How's it going? How's it going, everybody? Nice to see you. Thanks for joining me today. Another morning, Thursday, December 5th. And some big news. Did you see this in the Wall Street Journal? CEO of United Healthcare was killed in a shooting in New York City. Crazy. Crazy. And they got footage of that on the front page. Kind of nuts when I saw that this morning. Kind of nuts. So we got a lot of things going on in the markets today. We got Bitcoin surpassing 100K. 100K was our target. That was our upside target on Bitcoin. It was pretty obvious that people wanted to buy this up until it got there. That was the big number everybody was talking about. And a huge run, for sure. Huge run. Especially from those lows, 18K, 16K, which we were forecasting. Well, we were forecasting actually, I think it was 12,000, give or take. Yeah, the 12,000 area. It fell short of it, but got pretty darn close to that. Now we're just above 100K. Yeah. You like the frame? There you go. Yeah, now we're just above 100K. So what do you guys think about Bitcoin? I don't like Bitcoin too much. I mean, it's a nice speculative investment or trade. If you want to get in, get out, make some quick cash, sure. But to be an investor of this thing, I wouldn't be a long-term investor in this. There's no way. No, I don't trust it in the least. But if it comes down to the 63K point at some point, no problem. And I know people are thinking, they're like, no, I can't do that. Yeah, I can. You know, just like that conversation I had with my friend when it was up at the 65K. I told him it can go down to 12K. I'm telling you right now. And he's like, no, that can't happen. I'm like, oh yeah, you wait and see. So if this drop happened, why couldn't this drop happen? Okay. But this is very clear. You know, we have an upwards trending structure. We have demand right there. This is a very clear buying area. So for me, it's high odds, very high odds. So that's a place that I wouldn't mind buying this thing. Okay, so that's my thoughts on Bitcoin. You know, I'll be a buyer at 63K, but I'll be buying the contract. Okay, I won't be buying Bitcoins, whatever you want to call that, a physical, non-physical entity. You know, no thank you. I mean, I remember when I first heard about Bitcoin, I thought to myself, what is this that you're buying? It's something digital. It's not even real. Like, who's falling for this? But as long as people continue to buy it, it's going to go up, right? Okay, so there's a couple tickers here that I want to take a look at. These are the top trending tickers according to Yahoo Finance. Bitcoin was one. MSTR, obviously, is another one because this was Michael Saylor's MicroStrategy. It's been going up with the value of Bitcoin because he's invested a massive amount, as we know. The last area that came into contact with was an institutional demand area here on the daily chart. Price dropped from 520 down to 350, and now it's buying again. Okay, so this is the institutional buying zone that is coming into play. Should this be taken out, this can drop quite a distance, okay, because we don't have demand until the weekly chart down here. Okay, you see where demand is on the weekly chart? That's far down there. Right here. Okay, so if the daily demand gets taken out, price can easily go down to 244. Okay, and I know we look at these charts and we're like, I don't know if it can do that. You don't know. Okay, that's the point. You don't know. So be careful because the supply and demand dictates price action. What does that mean? It's the buying and the selling that's moving price. Nothing else. There is no other way of determining the value of something than whether somebody wants to buy it and cause it to go higher. Many buying, many buyers causing it to go higher because of paying higher prices. It's the only way price goes up. Okay, so I'd be careful with that demand area that gets taken out. That could be bad news. A coin is another one that is a big mover um, connected with Bitcoin. I was looking at this one before. I didn't like the fact that there wasn't much history, but it's starting to produce more history now, obviously. We got a little bit more candles here. So institutional buying here at 179, causing price to go up. We also have this supply that came into play here. As you can see, it dropped price initially. We still have price inside of it. We're at 346 pre-market, but we're inside supply. So that's something to be aware of, okay? I would just be cautious of that. You know, you look at the 6-month chart, there's not a lot of history here. I like charts with history because when you have history, I can see where the banks are buying, where they were selling, and I make my trading decisions based on historical zones. Okay, did they keep those zones holding? Are they using those zones? This is all important information that will help you forecast exactly where price is going to go. Not in every situation, but very, very often. All right, so let's just see here. Yeah, so we still have supply in play. I'd be careful. If you're thinking about going long, I wouldn't do that until that supply on the monthly time frame got removed. If this supply is removed, then that means selling is no longer the priority here on coin. Regardless of what, you know, your thoughts are because of what the media is telling you, because of the reaction with Bitcoin, regardless of all that stuff, always look at what is in play. That's my lesson for you. Always consider what's in play. And unless it's no longer in play, consider that it's in play, regardless of the news, okay? Remember Occidental Petroleum? How many people were buying Occidental Petroleum because Warren Buffett was buying it? How many people, right? Okay. And guess where they were buying it? Right inside a major institutional supply area here, okay? So just because the news is very bullish and, you know, Warren Buffett's buying it and all that stuff, you got to take into consideration what is in play. And there was a significant area of supply here, which I mentioned to members. And you see now what's going on? Now price is below Warren Buffett's average price. Well, at least at the time that I had marked this down. Okay? Supply and demand dictates all coins. So UNH. UNH, I guess this is a trending ticker because of the news that I just was showing to you here. Okay, United Health executive killed in Target in New York shooting. Terrible. I wonder what that is all about. But as you can see, United Health closed at 610. Now it's at 608. So it's a little bit down, but nothing major. The chart looks really good though for a continued move higher, trending nicely to the upside. And I believe healthcare was a good. Um, which one is healthcare? I can't remember. No, that's utilities, not PV. I think healthcare. Yeah, healthcare. When we look at the sector, yeah, it's not too bad. It's been dipping a little bit. Starting to see some buying. I don't see any good quality institutional buying coming in on this chart. So I'd be holding off on that for a bit. Yeah, not so great looking chart. I mean, it's up, but I don't see it reacting from an institutional buying zone. Okay. It looks like it's in the middle of creating demand. Okay. It's in the process of creating demand. So when price is in the process of creating demand, what's really important to understand is you want to let it do its thing. Let it create the demand. It's telling you what it's doing. It's like a map, right? Do you want to walk into the forest and just be walking around not knowing where to go? Or would you rather let somebody go in there, map it out for you, and then come back out and give you the map? Then you know how to move through. You know how to get to your destination, right? It's the same thing with the markets. Institutional buying, when it comes into the markets and there's significant buying, it causes a move up, okay? And then we can later on look back at the chart and determine where that significant buying was taking place. And more importantly, what time frame it was taking place on. When you can locate that, then you know how much buying is coming in, how long this buying should last, and if price was to drop back into those areas, what we could expect in terms of a move out of that area, and how far that move will be sustained. So something really important. Um, and Mara, let's see what Mara's up to. Why is that a big trending one? Yeah, it dropped down to the demand zone at 311. That was quite a while back in 2022, and it's been rallying ever since. Pre-market, it's up a little bit. Yeah, let's take a look. The weekly chart, we had this weekly supply holding, 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 and then we had it holding here. Um, this was taken out, and price turn around, rally back up into supply. So again, supply is in play. Yeah, it's gapping up, but supply is in play. Okay. It came into play here. It came into play here. Here it fell short. Here it's hitting again and it's dropping. So I'd be careful. Yeah, it's gapping up. I don't know what the news is on that one, but I would be very careful with that one. Okay. Let me see your comments. Wow, let me see. Lots of comments here. Let's start. Morning, morning. The best trader is here. Yes, agreed. Nice frame, Kevin. I like the charts also. It's like fiat, just digital. Yeah, same like investing in cannabis, not own it. Silver and US dollar, Japanese yen. MSTR will be a great short. Yeah, if you're thinking about shorting MSTR, you have to understand what I was telling you about the daily demand zone, okay? Um, the 2 hour chart right now is in a range. It's not producing anything significant. This is the chart I'd be watching, and I would definitely not be shorting this unless this area got taken out first. Okay, very important to know that. Most stocks make a spike one way or another, longer term or shorter. Now he knows what it is like to be denied insurance for a loved one. Oh boy, no one is going to miss that guy. Really? I think he denied someone insurance and someone died or something, and this looks like a targeted shooting, kind of like revenge. Hmm. Interesting take. I would dig in deeper and see what's really going on there. You never know, you know. You never know what the real story is. They're making it front page headlines. I don't know. They really want. I don't know. I could build an opinion on this, but I'd have to investigate it. He probably had family. It's way sad. Someone has to go like this. Yeah, very sad. No matter what, nobody should ever be brought down like that. So those are some of the main trending tickers. Taylor Swift fan. I read this one. This one's crazy. Taylor Swift fans turned out in droves to buy her self-publishing The Eras Tour book, making it one of the best-selling nonfiction book debuts on record. Do you see how ridiculous? You know, Taylor Swift's a decent singer, but do you see how the media has pumped her up? You see how the radio stations have played her tunes over and over again? There's a reason for this, okay? And it's not just about money, but I won't go into that. But you see, when something is pumped up, people go crazy. How much were people paying for tickets to the show? Is it worth $5,000 to buy a ticket to go watch Taylor Swift perform? Is it worth $5,000? Not really, but people paid for it. People paid $5,000 in an economy that is crazy. Everything is so expensive. People don't have money to buy a home, but people are spending $5,000 on tickets. It's crazy to watch Taylor Swift. It's nuts. So that's pretty much it, guys, for today. There's not much more I wanted to cover, just those major headlines. And oh, I should remind you, we still have our sale going on, our Black Friday sale. So if you're interested, I know a lot of you have been taking advantage of that. We extended it because so many people were writing to us and letting us know that they didn't have the money, but they were going to have it in December. So I've extended it. It's there for you. Hope you guys could take advantage of it. And we'll see you on the inside. All right. Take care, everybody.